Hey guys, and welcome to my new video series, Text Drives, where I test and review your favorite cars and tell you what I like and what I don't like about it. I thought, what better way to start the video series than with my 2024 BMW M4 competition G83. So, let me tell you about it. One of my favorite things about this car is that it's finished in individual frozen deep grey, which is like basically a matte, but it's a little bit darker than black. So yeah, it's a deep grey. Finished off with these beautiful upgraded ivory comfort seats. It's got such a good contrast with the black and then with the lighter color. I think it works so well. But of course, being a part of the G80 series M collection, it is your average S58 with 523 horsepower, 650 newton meters of torque, an 8-speed automatic gearbox with X-Drive, does 0 to 100 in 3 seconds, I believe. It weighs a little bit more than a normal G82, with a curb weight of around 1,925 kilos. But for a weekend drive along Beach Road with the roof off, it's all you need. Speaking of it being a convertible and being able to take the roof off, it can take its roof off in 18 seconds, driving up to 50 k's an hour, which isn't that bad. Now, if we come inside, let me tell you some of my favorite things about the car. As soon as you come in the car, greeted with this really cool animation, which I love. Arguably, my favorite part is Apple CarPlay. It's got this massive screen, which is really responsive, and it just looks so good. I love Apple's design on this. Another thing I like about this car is if you press setup here, it takes you to this display where you can pick exactly what you want to do with the car. So if you want to put it in Sport Plus on everything, you can do that. Or if you're on a track, you can make it two-wheel drive. It's the best. This also really helps because if you don't want to drive in sport mode all the time, you can put it in all comfort and take the exhaust note off and drive in completely quiet mode. It's like a normal 4 Series. But as much as I love this car, it's not perfect. So here are a couple of things that I'm not the biggest fan of. So as you can see here, these wheels, they look so nice, but they get so much brake dust really quickly. I literally cleaned this yesterday and it's already dirty again. Another thing, I know this happens with all light interiors, but it gets dirty pretty easily, so it's a little bit annoying to clean, but if you keep on top of it, it's not that bad. Another negative, as you probably know by now, is that these cars do not sound very loud stock. So if I were you, I would definitely recommend getting an exhaust of some sort because it is way too quiet. Unfortunately, I've still got warranty on this, so I'm probably not going to do anything for a little bit exhaust-wise, but when it comes off warranty, I'm definitely planning to. Now back to the positives. The frozen deep grey on this car makes it really easy to hide dirt. So you can't even see it right now, but there's dirt on the car. It doesn't really pick it up on camera. Now, if you're worried about having a convertible in Melbourne, I'm telling you, don't worry. This car has heated neck warmers, heated seats, heated steering wheel, and of course, heating. So even on those freezing mornings, if you want to take the roof off and you put all of the heating on max, you don't even feel it. In fact, most of the time it gets too hot and the people I'm with in the car always say, can you turn the heating off? Okay, so moving into the car now, I'm going to tell you what I think about what it's like to actually drive. Because talking about it is one thing, but driving it is another. So, I've had this car for just over a year now. We got it in February of last year, and there's a couple of things I noticed. Firstly, the car is so planted. No matter where you are, it just sticks to the ground, and you always feel really safe. You never feel like you're fighting for traction. When this is in four-wheel drive mode, it is on the ground. Another thing I love about it is that the shifts are so crispy. The second you press that pedal, it is into the next gear. That's something you can alter, changing how aggressive you want the shifts to be. I usually drive it in, I think it's S3, which is sequential, so having to shift yourself, so it's the most aggressive. But I feel like if you're going to drive it, you know, you want to be driving it properly. On the topic of driving, another thing I love about this car is the steering wheel shape. And I think some people aren't the biggest fans of it, but personally, I think it's not too thick, it's got a really nice shape, and it's really good for just driving. Whether it's mountain drive or around a track, it's quite driver focused, which I'm a big fan of. The carbon pedals are really nice to feel. I love all the carbon on the steering wheel. It makes it feel really premium and sporty, which, you know, that's what you want when you buy a car like this. However, the steering is a little bit light. That like is just how the way things are going, how the car's designed, especially in this kind of computer-assisted world where everything is helped with technology and systems to make it a little bit easier. Even though it feels a bit light, if you point it somewhere, it'll go there. It's quite easy. Someone who's looking to get a performance car and wanting to get into that whole spirited driving scene could be a really good entry-level car for you because it's so user-friendly and really relatable to drive. Another thing, I feel like the brakes are just really good at stopping. You've got that confidence that if someone pulls out in front of you or whatever it might be, you know that the car will stop you in time. It's something you need, especially in a performance car. You don't want to be driving around being, oh, am I going to be able to stop in time? It doesn't give you much confidence. And moving into daily driving and comfort, this car is as good as it gets. Like I said before, once you take it out of sport mode, it just sounds so quiet. If you're going to daily this car and drive it to work every day, you don't want to be worried about angry neighbours or rough suspension or uncomfortable seats. That's why the car is so good to daily, because with a press of a button, you forget about that sport stuff and it can really just be that comfortable car that you need. Some other things to note, it's got really good ground clearance for a stock car. You take speed bumps and whatnot decently slow, but you're not going to have to go over on an angle and worry every time if you're going to damage the underside of the car. It's pretty good like that. Moving on from the whole driving area of things, another thing I think this car really excels in is the technology. It's got a BMW app which allows you to unlock the car, do all sorts of things with it, see how much fuel it has left, locate it, really anything you need. It has keyless entry and startup, so basically you assign the digital key to your phone and you can unlock the doors just with your phone. It adds to your Apple Wallet. I don't know how it goes for Samsung or Android users, but that's how it is on Apple, which it's so easy and seamless. I think you can even do it with your Apple Watch, which is pretty sick as well. Apple CarPlay connects every single time and it's really good. I already mentioned that, but it's just one of my favorite things about the car. And I don't know if it's my cord, but it charges my phone so quickly with the cord. Wireless charging is alright, but it makes your phone really hot, which I don't think a lot of people tell you about. I think that's common, but I don't know, I've noticed that, so I'd probably steer away from doing the wireless charging, but if you have to, it is what it is. I think as far as convenience goes, this car is very practical. Got very good 360-degree reverse camera with really good graphics, so you can see where the car's parking, where it's lining up. I think this is an all BMW thing, but the left mirror drops down when you're reversing, which is so useful. You can't really curve the wheels doing that. The air conditioning and heating is really good. It's very quick, so if it's really cold and you're waiting to get in your car, it's a bit of a godsend, I can't lie. There's been times where it's been like 3 degrees outside, I get in the car and a minute later it's already really hot again, which is so good. We've had the car for just over a year now and we haven't had any reliability issues. We've had, I think, 1 run-in service and we're due for another routine service or inspection in a couple of months, so that's booked in already. But yeah, I think these new BMWs are really disproving that old saying of BMWs are unreliable. I think they're getting more and more reliable every year. BMW is doing such a good job with it. Oh, actually, wait. So as I take the roof off now, you can see how easy it is. You literally just hold a button and it does it for you. Oop. It does make your hair go a little bit crazy at the start though. But yeah, driving convertible, like let's say you're trying to merge, you just look to see if no one's coming and it gives you a bit more peace of mind. But yeah, this car just has such good visibility. Actually, you should probably put the heater on. It's a bit cold outside. Put the heated seats on, heated steering and heated neck warmers. If you're after a comfortable convertible, this is the car for you. It looks nice, it's fun, it's very practical. I mean, what more can you want? This car is definitely dailyable, but you can take it to the track with your friends on the weekends. And with a couple of basic performance mods, you can get at least 700 plus horsepower out of it with the downpipe and a tune. Oh, and another thing I'd recommend is probably getting some lowering and spacers. I'm definitely going to be getting that soon because I think the car looks like a bit of a monster truck, but that's just my opinion. So if you enjoyed this video and you want me to try something else, let me know what you want me to try next. And if you have a car you want me to try, send me a DM on Instagram and we'll work something out.